This is what I looked like the morning after a 750 gram carb refeed day, 3.5 weeks out. What is up, YouTube? Oh, man. Well, I'm filming this off my iPhone, and I'll tell you exactly why. So, I went to bed last night, and I check my PM weight a lot every night. And normally I'm going to bed around 234, 235. Well, I went to bed last night, and I was 229. And I said, oh, shit. Definitely going to be a big drop tomorrow, but no expectations. Sure enough, and to give you guys some insight, my lowest weight of all prep has been 225.8. And, the last full day of eating, Prob, my coach, I was 226, and he told me, all right, feed up. And that was on a Wednesday. Today's Monday. Well, 2 days later on Friday, I was right back down, and he's like, okay, I need to feed you more. So the last full day of eating, that was around 500 grams of carbs. Well, he upped it to around 600 grams of carbs. The next day, I was only up about a half pound. Well, fast forward to today, I get up to 24.2. Lowest weight by far in prep, by like almost 2 pounds. So, and that was on a rest day. So, I mean, if we trained, it'd probably be even lower. But surprisingly, I feel really good. Fatigue is not like crazy low. And I still got to send in my check-in photos, but so far, so good. And I sent him my weight right now. And I was going to film a vlog because knowing him, he's going to want to feed me today. But he took a little bit to respond. So I just got my stuff on and started headed to the gym just like how I normally would. And he just responded right now, and he said, get ready to film a full day of eating. So, and he said, it's probably going to be a big one. So if I had to guess with how aggressive he is, we'll see. But everything is going good, guys. Today is another full day of eating. Everyone seems to have loved the last one. It's gotten like my most views ever on YouTube. In such a short period of time, a lot of good feedback. So I'm going to be filming another one today with even more food. So I appreciate you guys if you have subscribed. If you haven't subscribed, take a second, go ahead, scroll down, subscribe. Okay, cool. Appreciate the sub. Now, everyone, enjoy this full day of eating. I got to go knock out this 35 minutes on the stairs, some posing, some abs, and we should be home in about an hour, so stay tuned. Okay, we made it home, and like I thought, Prob said verbatim, we are ready. It is time to eat, and we're going to feed up heavy today. So excited is an understatement, but I'm more excited to be ready than anything. So I did have to run to the grocery store because there was a few things I was out of. So he told me to pick up some flavored rice cakes, which is really cool because most of the time when you carb up on rice cakes, you want to just get the plain ones. I had to go to Save Mart, it was the closest grocery store, and I went straight from the stairs. Got the caramel ones, of course. And then he has me with one piece of sourdough almost in every single meal. Sourdough sits really well, and I got my favorite. It's this garlic sourdough bread. It is amazing. Wanted to keep the pieces of sourdough around 25 grams of carbs, and this is 22 grams of carbs, so that's perfect. And then I also needed some more white fish, so we went ahead and picked up some tilapia as well. For some of you guys that have not been here before, if you have, you already know my morning gut health routine. You can go ahead and skip to the meals, but if you haven't and you're interested, this is my morning gut health routine. Fasted, I take my betaine, I take my inositol, I take my BPC 157 for my stomach, and then I also come in here And I also take my zinc carnosine as well. Come in here. This is water, electrolytes, glutamine, 10 grams of glutamine. And then we got 3 ounces of aloe vera water, 1 ml of apple cider vinegar, and some lemon in here as well. So the last probably year and a half I've been doing this every single morning. My gut has never been better. And I think this is probably the main reason why. So, meal 1 is about to go down. It's going to be similar to the last meal we had on the refeed day. I'm going to do a little bit of oats, a little bit of a protein waffle, and eggs, and now sourdough. So I'll give you guys the rundown once I have it all cooked and plated on the table ready to eat with the macros as well. And this will be meal 1. So stay tuned. I just wanted to give you the rundown of all that we're about to cook. So this right here is kind of like our waffle mix. This is 60 grams of oats blended up. We got a fourth of a scoop of protein. Did the toasted graham cracker flavor, C-bun protein. This is, there was 50 grams of banana in here. So I get 100 grams. So I put half in here. The other half I cut up and it's going to go into my 40 grams of oats. So, and this might get confusing, but there was 100 grams of oats, 40 here, 60 in there. I got my 2 pieces of sourdough bread here. I'm going to throw those in the toaster. I have 1 little bit of protein left. It's 1/4 of a scoop. That's going to go in my oats to make it toasted graham cracker flavored oats. Cracked an egg and put it in the waffle mix. And now 2 eggs are going to go on the frying pan. So, yeah, I'm going to try to time this all perfectly. I'm very OCD about, my food being all done at the same time. So this should be a challenge. Guys, I am about to obliterate this. I'm going to just give you the rundown quickly. 2 whole eggs, 2 pieces of garlic sourdough bread, 1 amazing waffle, and a big solid little 40-gram bowl of oats with the banana, cinnamon, and of course my coffee. This is about to go down. I'll put the macros right here. This is meal 1. Let's get this shit going. Whenever I got sourdough and eggs, I simply stack the egg on top of the sourdough. Man, that's exactly what I do. Amazing. Wow. Alrighty guys, time for meal 2. One of my favorites, my burger bowl. So this is 99.1 ground turkey. Pretty much, yeah, I mean, you guys seen the last video, I form it up into a ball, flatten it into a patty, and it comes out like this. And then I'm gonna go with a little bit of zucchini for my veggie. I also have an extra 50 grams of fruit in this meal. I always tend to just do banana. I throw some cinnamon on there and it is perfect. Always sits very well in my stomach. And 350 grams of rice. So meal 2 is about to go down. It's about 11:45. Had meal 1 around 9:15ish. And I'll show you guys this on the plate. All right, guys, we got the meal all ready to go. Yes, as you can see, 50 grams of banana. Gonna put some little cinnamon on it right about now. Yeah, that's perfect. Look something like that. Then got the burger bowl, although I put it on a plate. Got the zucchini on top. Yep, with a bed of 350 grams of rice. So to give a quick rundown again, 350 grams of jasmine rice, 200 grams of 99.1 turkey, around 50 to 60 grams of veggies in the form of zucchini, and then 50 grams of fruit in the form of a banana. So gonna load up on the pink salt, as you guys already know. Pink salt every single meal with 1/4. Put a little mustard on here. Actually what I've been using with this meal is this Walden Farms. If you're, you diet, Walden Farms is goated. This is actually their sugar-free, calorie-free barbecue sauce. So putting this on the ground turkey, the burger bowl, literally makes it taste like you're eating a burger on a plate. So usually run this with a little bit of mustard, and it is fire. So meal 2 going down. I'll put the macros here, and it's time to eat. So let's go. Alrighty, time to go train. Today we are training back, buys, and hamstrings. I'm always starting with my hamstrings, then moving on to back, then moving on to biceps to finish. But first 2 meals, sitting very well. Stomach is nice and flat, no bloated mess or anything like that. So very happy with that. Prov has me checking my weight about an hour after every meal, just so we can kind of get some more data and kind of see like what the trend is. You know, when we're feeding up this heavy, you know, like how much weight kind of we're putting on through the day, and you know what we're waking up at compared to what we're going to bed at, all that type of fun stuff. But yeah, for the most part, everything is going good. But I did want to show you guys how I'm preparing this white fish, which is tilapia, and how I do it just about every time. Now, I know I just posted a full day of eating, and if you guys saw it already, you're probably thinking, dude, I already seen this a couple days ago. Like, I already know how you make it, bro. Just show me the food. But I have gotten a lot of subscribers since then, and this also might be the first time one of you guys is watching, so I don't want to skimp out on the new viewers. So if you guys seen this already, just disregard it. Maybe just skip ahead a little bit. But pretty much, guys, I got the white fish here on the pan, and nice and fresh. What we're gonna do is I'll show you what I use. So I use Old Bay. Old Bay is super, super good for poultry, fish, all that type of stuff. So what I do is I'm gonna need some more. I'm running out actually, damn. Hit the top, flip them over. I'm back here, and you know what? I'm gonna be honest, these fillets are a little bit thin. I'm gonna actually put on a little bit more, just in case. I don't want to end up being short. That would be very, very tragic. So, just gonna hit this with a little bit of Old Bay on both sides. And then I always like to top it off with my all-time favorite lemon pepper seasoning. The lemon plus the pepper plus the Old Bay, it always smacks. So just load it up, and I promise you guys, tilapia like this is amazing. Now, I also like to throw some of this lemon juice on there. I'll usually throw it in after too when it's fully done cooking, but I just squirt a little bit on each one. I feel like it might cook into it a little bit. And then, yeah, preheated the oven to 400 degrees. Throw this in there for about 15 minutes. Fish always comes out perfect. Comes out juicy. Comes out fluffy. You can cut right through it with a spoon. Absolutely perfect. White fish always sits in my stomach very, very well. So this is going to go right into the oven. And we will be back with the pre-meal. So stay tuned for that, and then it'll be off to training. So let's go. Right, got the pre-meal going down. As you can see, that tilapia came out nice and crispy, juicy. Yeah, the whole nine. Now, 350 grams of rice under that, 200 grams of white fish, 50 grams of fruit, and another piece of sourdough. So this is the pre-meal. It's about to go down. Gonna throw some mustard on here, some cinnamon on there, and it should be a good one. Then off the train, hammies, back, and buys. Okay, just got back from the gym. Damn good workout. Tiana was actually there. She came there straight from work. We actually trained together, and it was a very, very, very good workout. Intense. Pump, as you could imagine, was nasty. Ah, man, it was great. Seated ham curl, lying ham curl, hip thrust, reverse pec fly, Arsenal T-bar row. What else? Pull downs, and preacher curls, and single arm curl. So, needless to say, it was a badass workout. And I was actually showing her my diet for today, right? And I noticed in my meal 2 that I had, there's a piece of sourdough bread in it. There's actually a piece of sourdough bread in every single meal. And I went back on the video, and I literally didn't even have my sourdough bread with my meal 2. I had the burger bowl and the banana, remember? So I actually missed a slice of sourdough bread. But it's all good because I'm literally just going to add it into this post-workout meal. So instead of having 1 slice of sourdough bread in this post meal, I'm going to have 2 for the one that I missed earlier. So this is going to be a pretty fat meal, and it's about to go down. So I'll show you guys it when it's done. All right, it is about that time. 350 grams of jasmine rice here, 200 grams of white fish, 100 grams of pineapple, and 1 piece of sourdough bread in this meal. And this was the one that I missed earlier because prep brain. So yeah, this is about to go down. This is the post-workout meal, meal number 4. Yep. Now I got the sourdough bread, right? What I'm doing is ripping off a piece, putting a big scoop of the tilapia and rice on there, and eating it like this. So good, makes you want to dance. Gotta get creative, guys. The days of just having a plate with protein, carbs, nothing, just separated, all boring, those days are over. Gotta get creative in 2025. Okay, here we are, guys, with meal 5. So more of the same, pretty much, but the meal still hit. And you guys know I always do my burger bowl when I make my ground turkey. But for some reason, I was like, you know what? I'm gonna just make my ground turkey like normal. So just mashed it up kind of like this. And then got my zucchini here cooking. That's just about done. And then this just actually finished in the microwave. 350 grams of jasmine rice, nice and steamy.
That's a lot of rice.
Yeah, it's this is the 4th time we've had 350 grams, so definitely a lot of rice. I think it's about like 90 grams of carbs or something like that. So yeah, and when you add everything up with the sourdough, each meal has been, I think, like 105 grams of carbs. Actually more, like 120. So to give you guys a quick rundown of this, of course, this is kind of what we had earlier, but I'll give you guys another breakdown. Man, it's got these new pans right now from Amazon. These are nice. If you're a bodybuilder and you cook as much as I do, you run through pans like once a month. So now we got some zucchini in there. Yep, about 60 grams, perfect. So we got 350 grams of jasmine rice here, 200 grams of 99.1 turkey, and we got 60 to 70 grams of zucchini here. This meal also, we're going to have 1 piece of sourdough bread, and I'm also going to crack open a diet soda. I limit myself to 1 a day, just because it is carbonated and it kind of like bloats you a little bit temporarily, and you know, we definitely want to minimize any type of bloating, especially on a huge refeed day like this. So, oh, and there's the sourdough bread. just finishing the toaster. I had to rip off a piece because it was actually too big, and we want to keep the.
Don't worry, I ate it. Didn't go to waste.
We want to keep the macros to around 25 grams of carbs each one. Now the real challenge. Should I go with this? Or should I go with this?
I'm feeling this one tonight.
I had this one yesterday.
Okay, switch it up. It's only right.
Decisions. I will say though, this does have a little bit of caffeine. 41 milligrams. It doesn't sound like a lot, but it's like 7:30 p.m. and I don't want anything to mess with my sleep whatsoever. So I'll save that for another day, and I'll stick with the good old reliable root beer. So this is meal 5. It's about to go down. I'll put the macros right here. Boom, 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 boom. And we will be back for meal 6, which is going to be my favorite meal, I can promise you. And if you watched the last video, you know exactly why, because it's going to be the bowl gains. So I'll see you on meal 6. All right, guys. My absolute favorite meal is about to go down. Bowl of gains, brownie batter. Woo! Man, oh man. So last meal going down, this is 100 grams of cream of rice. Currently weighing that out. And I'm very OCD about this. There we go. 100 grams of cream of rice. Boom. So on the package it says a 4-to-1 ratio, water to cream of rice, but from everyone that I watch make it, they usually say 6-to-1. I've been using 5-to-1, and then if I need more water towards the end, I will. So it's gonna be a 5-to-1 ratio. That's gonna be 500 grams of water, which comes out to be a lot. It's like gonna overflow the damn bowl. There. Okay, so sometimes cream of rice it's usually a process to make for sure. This is going to be my stirring spoon, and this is going to be my eating spoon, of course. Little guy here. But with cream of rice, so what we want to do is, as you can see, there's all this water in here, all this powder. I'm not going to show you guys exactly how to make it, because if you're watching a full day of eating with a bodybuilder, chances are you've made cream of rice at least once in your life. So, but pretty much making cream of rice is, you want to just stir all this around, kind of like separate the powder in there, kind of move everything around. It literally looks like there's no way this could turn into solid, right? Because it's so much damn water. But pretty much you just keep stirring and stirring and stirring, and then this is going to go in the microwave for about, depending on your microwave, 1.5 to 2 minutes. Then you're going to take it out, stir it up again, put it in for another 1.5 minutes, take it out, stir it again, and you pretty much just repeat that process over and over and over, maybe 3, 4, 5 times. And then it'll start to really thicken up. So we'll fast forward a little bit to where it starts to get thick. And then we're going to do 50 grams of fruit in the form of a banana, 20 grams of nut butter, which we'll use organic peanut butter, and then 4 flavored rice cakes. And I went with the caramel ones, as you guys saw earlier. Now, what I'm thinking of is I always put my nut butter in my bowl of gains. Of course, brownie batter with nut butter and a banana. Can't beat it. But I get caramel rice cakes, and I figure I could put the peanut butter on the rice cakes, and that smacks too.
Ooh, that's a hard decision.
But honestly, 20 grams of nut butter is not that much. I feel like that would only spread over maybe like 2 rice cakes, and the other ones would be plain. I think the rice cakes will taste good enough on their own without anything. And if anything, maybe I could even dip the rice cakes into the cream of rice. Yeah, I'm telling you, I'm a connoisseur when it comes to this. Always trying new things, always spicing up the meals. How boring would it be if it was just literally just chicken on a plate, right here, and then rice right here. No condiments, just chicken, rice. That's just like, you'd blow your brains out of just pure boredom, essentially. So
lack of flavor.
yeah, you need to spice it up. If you enjoy your diet and you look forward to your meals, you're going to be a lot more likely to eat them. Like on my low days, my breakfast is literally a waffle with eggs and coffee. And I'm like, just, oh my gosh, waffle, coffee, eggs. Like, I look forward to my low days. Like, I hope I get low days so I can have that meal one.
He's so excited to eat it. Yeah. Every time.
And she makes it perfectly. And I have a scoop of whey isolate in there. So depending on what flavor of whey isolate I have, it could be blueberry muffin whey isolate. It could be peanut butter chocolate. It could be graham cracker. So like whatever whey isolate flavor I have is the flavor of the protein waffle. Think about like a blueberry muffin flavored protein waffle. Or a chocolate peanut butter protein waffle.
Or we mix them sometimes.
Or we mix, we'll do like half and half, and then we usually save like maybe 1/4 or 1/5 of a scoop, and we make some whey drip with it, and then we pour that whey drip on top of the waffle. So, but okay, just for the sake of keeping this video less than 25-30 minutes, I'm gonna continue to make this cream of rice, and once it's done and on the plate, ready for me to eat it, we'll catch you guys then. Guys, look at that. Oh my goodness. Oh my, I'm speechless.
Shine your flashlight on it. I don't think it's doing it justice.
Don't mind if I do.
There you go, that's better.
Yeah, plus the 4 rice cakes. Oh my goodness. Guys, this is going to be gone very quickly, but to savor it, I got my baby spoon. But this is about to go down. This is meal 6, final meal of the day. 4 rice cakes, 100 grams of cream of rice, 50 grams of fruit with a banana, 20 grams of nut butter. I'm going to make every bite count. All right, guys. I will see you guys after.
They're going to say maybe it was tipped. And they've got these iPads in the second row of every bench. From
This is good. I'm dipping it in there.
delay of game on the Warriors.
Caramel syrup.
Okay, well, this is going to be the outro to that full day of eating you guys just watched. I had that last meal. I had to send off some pictures to Prob right before bed, and once I took those pictures, I was like, man, I could get up to do an outro, but I am slumped. Took my Revive sleep and glutamine, and I was out for the count. So I figured I'll just do an outro in the morning. So woke up this morning and my weight only went up by 1 pound, which is just insane because 750 grams of carbs is a lot, and it's a lot more than what I'm used to for a high day. And Prob originally wanted my weight to go up like 2 to 3 pounds to hold it there for a couple of days, but it only went up by 1 pound. So odds are, you know, one more low day, I'm gonna be right back to square one. So definitely filled me out though, so much so that the pictures today look significantly different than they did yesterday. And Prob seen my check-ins today, and he said we got to do another high day. So it's pretty much what I ate yesterday, excluding we're gonna take out the sourdough bread. So we're still feeding up, just not as heavy. So it's about maybe like 150 less carbs. So it's gonna feed up again today, and I get to train chest and tris. So, you know, it's gonna be another nasty pump, but the look today, just amazing. Anyways, I don't want to ramble on too long. I got to go eat right now again. And I just appreciate all the love, all the support. Coming up on 3 weeks out already. It's just going by so quick, as it always does. And, you know, just very, very happy with the progress. Very, very happy with how everything is moving. And we just got to keep it going. You know, we're not done yet. We're not there yet. We got to cross the tape. So 3 big shows planned for the year, maybe more. But right now, all we're focused on is optimum. So appreciate the support. Hopefully you guys enjoyed the full day of eating. And let me know what you guys want to see next. All right. Andy P Bodybuilding here, signing out.